Good morning, Ramon. Hang on. How are you today? I see there was an XFL game last night, and I guess I never really realized that there were different rules. That kind of caught me off guard, I'm going to say a little bit. But congrats on picking the winner in the last game there with the Roughnecks. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to go on, but it does look like the Houston Roughnecks are a decent team. So we went with them, and I see some talk about the slam dunk
Right.
contest in the chat. I also gave out Mac McClung. Well, it
That's
was easy to
right.
give out some chalk, but no, nonetheless, he did. Well, I didn't know he was going to be the chalk when I gave it out. I gave it out way earlier in the week before the lines even came out. But I don't know. What'd you guys get him at? $1.20, $1.25?
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Higher. Yeah.
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 Pretty cool.
Stole the show. They were talking about him saving the slam dunk contest. I don't know if that was necessarily the conclusion I had. Maybe the 3-point shot should be last. It's All-Star Game Sunday, though. And well, we don't really have a pick on it here, I don't think, Mindy. I don't know. But I will say this, the line is out for the game and the teams haven't even been drawn. So, if anything,
Right.
logically, the handicapper in me would say to take the underdog. We don't know who's on what team other than unless you want to think that maybe Giannis is 3 points better in an all-star game than LeBron. I don't know. That would be my only conclusion. The line is, I believe, was 3,
Right.
or 2.5 now. So you could have Team Giannis. Oh, I'm sorry, Giannis is underdog. I mean, why wouldn't you just now? Granted, here's the thing: Giannis is he wants to win this, and because he's been on the short end before, right? So he wants to win this one. We don't know who the teams are. I would say I want Team Giannis right now. Now I don't know after the teams get picked how long we'll have if we want to bet it. If we want to remember, the format is they run the 3 quarters normal, and then the fourth quarter they play to a target score. They turn off the clock in the fourth quarter in this. Makes it very interesting, especially when betting on the total. But still, I probably should have researched it. Maybe I should. I think it went over last year, but I don't know. Does anybody like that format that they use to decide the All-Star game? Hello to everybody. Welcome to the Morning Steam. I'm Ramon Scott with the Midwest's premier sports handicapper, Mindy Hahn. Welcome to the Morning Steam. Coming off yesterday, Mindy, where it was mostly college basketball and hockey, obviously. Yes, there was some XFL. Maybe I'll give out a couple of plays today.
Oh, that would be awesome. I love it.
We're not supporting it really on our site, so maybe we could just give out some plays. I would say these are not very well researched. I mean, it's mostly market. There must be experts out there. The market is moving. People are getting involved. So, must be some experts out there. I'm not necessarily one of them. What rules, Mindy? What caught you by surprise watching the game between the 2 teams last night?
For which one did you say?
Well, you were saying you were caught by surprise by some of the rules.
Oh, yeah. So I was watching Orlando there and Houston. And so, yeah, I didn't know that we don't, I think they don't care, right? That's to select a, 2 yards, you get 1 point, and the graphic, and then also the kickoffs, or however you say. And it looks like there could be something with, like, if you are the losing team, you may get the ball back to back, something like that. I don't know. I was like I said, I was kind of taken aback by the rules of the game, not knowing, and probably not even paying attention from 2020, last time they played, on how this would even work out. So I was surprised.
I guess you didn't know what The Rock was cooking up in his football league.
I had no idea.
Hello to everyone filing in here. Ron's
But
going to
yeah,
be
that's what
on.
we did, right? We watched, Creighton play and then turned it over to the football game. We're like, hey, wait a second. What's going on here? Oh, funny.
Gotcha's here. Yeah. So look, Ron's on Team Giannis, and we don't even know who's on what team.
Yeah,
But
and he
like I
likes
said,
the under a lot. Like, sounds like a lot. Excuse me. Need coffee.
well, yep. And Ron said he was on the Houston Roughnecks. I remember the old Tulsa Roughnecks was a soccer team. Now we got the Houston. You know what a rough?
Oh.
That's some kind of oil. I think it's.
Yeah, oil rigger, right? Yeah.
So hello to everybody. We're gonna have. I think it's a short show. I think it is. Cuddy was in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's nice. I would love some warm weather about now. That would be amazing.
Welcome to Thomas Lewis here today. Thank you for joining us, Tom. Hopefully you've seen the show before. You know what's.
Oh, yeah, he's been here, what, like
Oh, okay.
3 or 4 times probably, I
Oh,
think.
thank you. Well,
Yeah.
I should know better. I'm glad you're. I'm trying to pay
Like
attention.
I said, I know because Tom Lewis is my brother-in-law, so that's
Oh, that's right. I do
how
remember
I
that.
remember.
Yeah. Adam likes Team LeBron, so Cuddy says just forget it. So Scott says just forget it. I don't know if I'm going to invest 2.5 hours. I'm going to have something. Maybe I'll do props. I don't know. I mean, I can't just watch. Mindy, does the NBA All-Star Game? Is baseball still number one All-Star Game? NBA,
I
NBA.
think
They
it
still
depends
got
on
the spectacular plays and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on what your preferred sport is. I mean, in baseball and basketball are so different. Like for me, I mean, I would pick baseball, but I prefer baseball over the NBA. I know I might get like a lot of thumbs down on that comment, but you know what I mean. So I think it just kind of depends on what your preferred sport is. I think, but I mean, as of right now, I'm kind of really out on like football and hockey. I think those are pretty bad. So I would put NBA for me as number 2.
Here's Cuddy coming in with the first
Ah,
XFL play of the day. Today we have the St. Louis Battlehawks are favored on the road by 3.5. The total has dropped to 36. They're taking on the San Antonio Brahmas.
yeah, I had I had to have folks tell me what a Brahma was too.
Yes, I know that's a bull.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Those are lazy bulls." So we're like, why are they picking that to be their mascot? I just thought it was funny.
And then the Seattle Sea Dragons, I guess a play on the Kraken a little bit, right? They're a 2.5-point favorite against the DC Defenders. Now the DC Defenders opened up the favorite, and the Seattle Sea Dragons became the favorite. Usually, just without even knowing anything about the team, I just see that and I'm like, oh, I trust this market. I think that Seattle would probably be my choice. But here is Cuddy today saying he likes in the game DC plus the points. So.
Yeah, and then I didn't know. I couldn't tell either when Orlando first came on what the cat, was, and so it took me a while before they showed the Guardian. So I was trying to figure out what kind of cat would be in Orlando. There, I was like, is it another, panther or something like that too?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I was like wondering about that. So they have a little feline as a mascot, even though they're the Guardians. But I guess that can be. So,
Yeah.
Greg's here wants some movie reviews. I can't help you. I watch too much sports. I never, I should watch more movies. I like movies. I like more kind of like biographical movies, or I don't know. Verley's here today. Butterscotch says maybe MLB All-Star Game for him. Yeah, I mean that just goes back to tradition, right? But now that they've tinkered with the rules so much in the NBA, I still like East versus West for some reason, but that doesn't happen anymore. Picking the teams, the baseball's never probably going to change national and American, I wouldn't think. But here we have Team LeBron, Team Giannis.
Yeah,
So
so I didn't know
that's
that The
right.
Rock was the Brahma Bull.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That's right. Yep.
all right. So I'm still stuck in like 1988 for wrestling. Sometimes it comes on after sports and I see it on, on the peripheral TVs there. And I was like, huh, they just really don't care so much about, trying to make this look any sort of real anymore. I felt like back in the day, they at least tried to, really try to make it look good on stage. This is more about the atmosphere, I would think, nowadays.
Let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com and see what's going on the handicapper leaderboards. Because you know what, everybody, it's Mindy Hahn again at the top. Well, don't forget about the GM's VIP account.
Right.
7-1, he's hot. He's going to kick everybody off the site and just have his plays the way he's going. But Mindy, 13-7, that'll bring it home yesterday for plus 537. Anything stand out to you on the card?
Just did really well on the totals and college basketball. Kind of had a rough night, for in the NHL. So I was a little bit off there. Went 2-3, but had I was had a really excellent day in college basketball. So was pretty happy with all that. And Creighton came in under, so that was pretty sweet. They played pretty sloppy and still covered somehow. I guess it was some 11-0 run with about 5 minutes left in the game.
Yep, and we had that under there on the show yesterday, so a good job there. We're going to preview 5 games today in college basketball and go over this 6-game NHL card. I just thought we'd talk for a few minutes because we're not going to have a lot of sports here going on today. I mean, especially when you consider everything's kind of mostly in the afternoon. So, just having maybe I'll find something to do with my life again. There's no Grammys this week.
Right. I did record the Grammys, and I watched it with my mom later, and I don't know, I felt like I was totally out of the loop. Didn't even know most of the folks. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well, at least the Seattle Sea Dragons and DC Defenders is a night game. I don't even know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. All right. So you see the numbers there, and Tony 5-2. Don't want to leave Tony out. Collins Brown 3-1, and Joshua Pope 2-1 for the week. I'm on top of the leaderboards with plus 1,260 units. Mindy's up 700 units for the week. Sean, Nick, and the GM showing profit over the last 30 days. It's Mindy and I right at about 5 dimes even.
Arm wrestling. Elbow from the top rope.
Over the last 30 days, 5,000 units, $5,000. If you're betting $100 plays over the last 30 days, that would be that'd be a decent income, an okay income for a year. If you want, 60 grand, if we can keep it up, and maybe you're betting more. So I don't know, maybe everybody's working, we're all busy, but easy way to supplement your income if you're going with me and Mindy lately. Mindy and I, pretty good numbers, real good numbers, actually. Good job. Mindy, over the last 30 days, you're up 2,600 units on $100 plays. Remember, all of our plays are documented here at Tony'sPicks.com. We can't cheat each other. We got to be responsible to one another. I mean, if Mindy's, cooking the books, that's not going to make the rest of the handicappers very happy, and vice versa. So, there they are. Plain as day numbers. Mindy up 3,500 since the start of the year. She's our hottest handicapper and one of the best in the industry and all the multi-capper sites right now. I went around, checked them all out myself, and there are not many with those kind of numbers over the last 50 days since we've started the year. So great job by Mindy. Let's get rolling. Maybe with the show, we'll get everybody out of here before the top of the hour, as our man says every day. And let's just say hello to a few more people here coming in today. So Ron doesn't like wrestling because it's fake. I don't know. I think that's why you're supposed to like wrestling, Ron. Ziggy's asking us if we like wrestling. I actually did like professional wrestling back when there wasn't as much sports on TV when I was young, because it was kind of sport, so I did like it back then. But I don't really uh, participate or watch very much anymore. Sometimes I'll put the big cards on, uh, the streams. But
Yeah.
oh,
Do you remember the Royal Sheik?
oh yes, of
Yeah,
course.
so he's like my favorite guy to follow on Twitter. So it's a must do. He's really good. Just saying.
And Greg says it was better back in the day.
Well, I mean, I think so too, but
Sure.
that's how we grew up. So, like maybe we're just biased to, the wrestling of today. I am.
I mean, here's the thing. The thing that I don't disrespect on him is because of the athleticism and, quite frankly, what they endure. I mean, a lot of these people will have health problems, physical health problems, in their future, and they do try to, make sure that they play it safe. But it's just impossible, really, with the way they slam each other around a little bit. So,
But I used to have to work, the concession stands down here, downtown Omaha, right? When we were growing up, we did it like, to do fundraising. They paid us for, our softball teams and all that stuff. And so one of the days I was working, it was the wrestling, and I did have the Ultimate Warrior come and walk by me. So I thought that was like pretty cool back in the day, I must say.
it's great to have some wrestling talk here. A lot of people definitely, still a big draw, obviously. And the cards, they're on, pay-per-view. They're on big channels now. So wish we could, wish I could talk a little bit more about it. Just, not as, yep. Yeah, maybe, yeah, is that right?
The Iron Sheik? Yeah, here, brought it up for you. The Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
He's amazing. You gotta follow him on Twitter. If you like Twitter, it's a must.
Yeah. Scotch is ready. And a lot of books actually will allow you to bet on wrestling. Usually there's a it's pretty small limit. I'll tell you, usually no more than $50 or so. But yeah, there are some books that'll let you bet on the wrestling cards. Just the limits are not real, but I mean, it's fun for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go to the show and get this done because we want to get you on your way for Sunday.
All right.
I just thought we'd start with the college basketball card, Mindy. I don't know if you have any preference or hey, Orlando's here today. All right, Gary Playa is here as well. Hello to him. Hello to Orlando. All right.
Cool.
Mindy, we're going to start with college basketball today.
All right.
And kind of skipped a little bit of the early card, but check out Tony's videos today. He's got the early previews, the Cincinnati, Central Florida, and those 1:00 games. He's got a couple of them as well. North Carolina State, Ohio State, Purdue, but we'll get underway at 2 Eastern, 1 Central, 11 Pacific with Bradley taking on Southern Illinois. And in this one, Mindy, I'm showing that the Bradley Braves are favored on the road here. They are -1.5 and the total 127.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the favorite. I think today is going to be a lineup of how I see it to be is a lot of defense today. They do have one of the better defenses here in the conference. They're only allowing 54 points of defense per game here on their rolling average. Bradley 4-0-1 against the spread in the last 5. SIU only 2-5 in their last 7 there as well. So taking Bradley today.
All right, Mindy is on the Bradley Braves today. It sounds pretty good. I think they're probably in pretty good position, but I'm going to give out another play here and give out the over in the game between Bradley and Southern Illinois. So we get a little variety here. I don't know if I necessarily disagree with Mindy. I do kind of like Bradley in this one, but I'll give out the over in the game today. Mindy, you said you like defense. I don't know. I'm probably referring to all the games, but I'm going to go over in this one with these two clubs. You do have Southern Illinois 9-4 to the over at home this season, and Bradley's gone over in 7 of their last
Well, sure,
10.
right, Ramon? I mean, that's a thing, right? We're all taking a look at, what that line is. I mean, these may be, under teams or teams that are playing defense, but the line just may still be set, too low. We see that happening all the time,
Yeah, well, looking at this particular,
Because I mean, if you take a look, they are like on my efficiency chart, they are probably in the bottom here today, right? But again, that line at 127, just doesn't look, right. I mean, they're an under team, but 127 it may be too low for this game. That's
well, I
how
just feel pretty
I see
square.
that.
I
Yeah.
feel really square because I feel like the squares are going to be on the over in this game, and that's kind of what does worry me a little bit. But um, I want over here in this one. So, all right. I mean, it's good. Obviously a very good matchup right now. Pretty big.
Yeah, no, Ramon. I mean, seriously, I have this one going over as well. So I mean, like, again, and you look at Bradley, and they're, have good defense and some of the lower efficiencies, but still the total set too low.
Yeah. Well, all those teams, I mean, in the Missouri Valley, I mean, you have 5 teams right there. You have Drake and Bradley with 4 losses, and you have Indiana State, Belmont, and Southern Illinois with 5 losses, and you have another big matchup today in the conference with Belmont going up against Drake. So it's a big day today in the Missouri Valley Conference. In fact, you can check out my sponsored video in the game between Belmont and Drake today. That'll be up in a little while here on Tony'sPicks.com. That game goes off 4 Eastern, 3 Central, and 1 Pacific. So big day in the Missouri Valley is here's the Verley. He likes the over in this one. The Butterscotch just
I think it's so strange that you can't bet on those teams in your state. It's weird.
Yeah, it's really just the fact that lawmakers just really have no idea how sports betting works. Even though they're passing all these laws, they don't understand that. Yes, I mean, we have seen sports betting scandals. We've, obviously, everyone talks about, rigged games and things like that. But bookmakers have a pretty good handle on it because of limits, because they can track the action. Everyone says, easy to fix a game, just go bet $100,000 on it. Yeah, every book's just willing to take $100,000 bet from some rando walking in. So those are people that just don't understand how the true mathematics, the accounting, if you will, of sports betting works. And I'll say it right to their face. Lawmakers have no clue. They're just passing the laws. So, they just feel like, kids will find a way to, be the next Headache Smith and, find some guy in a dorm that's, tell all those friends and they all show up to the sports book and put a bunch of money down on Arizona State, cheering for the team to win right in front of the bookmakers themselves. So it doesn't happen like that anymore. So really just not just clueless. I said it.
You did with authority, Ramon.
Man, come at me, lawmakers.
I dare ya.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even do the DFS here in Nevada because of the sports books holding the kind of the monopoly on everything too. That's another factor. Okay, all right, Mindy, let's take a look at those Cornhusker basketball. We can talk all day about Cornhusker basketball. Might be here, but man, look, Maryland only 5.5, 134.
Yeah, I think I'm going to look at Nebraska here. I think they can actually perhaps win this one, outright at home. But of course, I'm going to be taking the plus points here. Nebraska does average 10 more points at home. Also 10 more points than Maryland here on the road. Maryland also 3-5 on the road this season. Huskers 6-0 in Sunday game. So I like Nebraska today.
All right, Mindy will be on the Cornhuskers. They're getting 5.5 still. Yeah, they are. And look at that total, 134. To me, you look at these two teams on the surface, and you would think, again, here you are. I mean, you talked about, maybe the defense today, and you would think, I don't know, with these two teams, you might be thinking low scoring game, but man, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that may go over. I mean, these teams are solid unders, but Nebraska has been scoring a little bit more of late. Nebraska's 9-18 to the under. Maryland is 8-18 to the under. How can I pass on the total here? The market's telling me I'm going to go under. I mean, it just seems too strong right there. Maybe it's square. I don't know. Looks like at this point, trying to see maybe the market indicating, oh man, 95. Oh man, heavy action on the under. Call me square. I'm going to go on the under in this one. Nebraska is 3-11 to the under at home. Maryland is 2-8 to the under on the road. Hey, one Oman Hood. Nice to have you here today. And Burley says Maryland on the road has been iffy, and that maybe Nebraska. Here's butterscotch on Nebraska. Okay. Mindy's on Nebraska. I'm on the under in this one.
Cool.
Well, here comes a good one with Iowa and Northwestern. Northwestern, we talked about them in depth last time, and they're just a huge story going on at this point. They're an underdog here to Iowa. I don't know if that'll be the case when it comes to game time. I guess so. Iowa 1.5, 145.5.
Well, I feel like I got to be riding Northwestern here today. That defense is only allowing 61 points on their home court. Iowa 3-5 on the road, and the home team 4-1 in the last 5. So yeah, I mean, I like Northwestern. I was actually really surprised at this, come out number here. I kind of thought Iowa would be given more to Northwestern. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, I think everyone's kind of hip to what's going on with Northwestern right now. I mean, they have the better record. They have the better record than Iowa right now. Things are going extremely well. Great season going on at Northwestern. When they pop up, here's Cuddy, likes the Wildcats. Butterscotch can't get in on it. Seaman here today. Hello to Curtis. I'm going to take the under in this one as well, Mindy, with Iowa and Northwestern. Northwestern at home, 4-13-1 to the under. You have Iowa 4-7. They're mostly an over team, but they're 4-7 to the under on the road. So Cuddy says under as well. So Mindy's on the Wildcats. So don't mind that. And I like the under in Iowa and Northwestern.
Yeah, we're giving out 2 good plays on all these, if you ask me. So.
Oregon and Washington State in this one. I'm showing right now Washington State's a 1-point favorite, and the total 135.
Yeah, Washington State here again playing better defense than Oregon. They're averaging 70 points on offense while only allowing 61 on defense. Oregon 4-4 on the road. Cougars 6-2 in their last 8 against the spread. I'm going to go with the home team here, Ramon.
Okay, Washington State it is for Mindy. Yeah, I mean, the Cougars are 9-5 against the spread at home so far. So obviously they've drawn favoritism here by just a point against Oregon. So hello to Tony. Tony's here today. I'm going to go under in this one, Tony. Tony, I'm going to go under. Mindy, I'm talking to you. I'm going to go under Mindy in this one. Washington State 5-10 to the under as a favorite, which they are now. They're also 10-17 to the under overall. Oregon, kind of an over team, but as an underdog, which they now are, they're kind of 5-5. But I'm going to go with the under here in this one at 135. Maybe it's going to be my under. Maybe I will start going under in these games and listen to Mindy. Here's Butterscotch. So he likes the Ducks today on the road against the
Yeah,
Cougars.
it's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Cougars myself. Cuddy says, take the Ducks. So they're against you a little bit there, Mindy.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
Yep, Burley too. They all like the Ducks.
That's right.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm liking maybe the Cougs. And finally, we'll take a look. This one's these are two. We got later games here. This one's 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific with UNLV and Boise. And this one, Boise 7, 140.5.
Well, I definitely have Boise modeled to win this game, but I just can't find a way for them to cover the points here thus far. And again, it's coming down to this better defense lately. My predictive modeling has them winning by about 4 on average here. Broncos 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. Road team is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings here as well. I'm going to try those Running Rebels today, +7, Ramon.
All right, Mindy takes UNLV in this one. Yeah, Boise just 7-9 as a favorite this year against the number. So maybe it is a little bit too many points. I'm going to end up going under in this one, mostly because of Boise. They kind of trend to the under. Both teams scoring a little bit more as of late, but I think in this significant matchup and the fact that it's gotten to 140, I'm going to be on the under here as well. Listen to Mindy, and I said, you know what? I better start taking all unders. So I went with 4 unders. We did not have one agreement in our game.
But we ultimately agree, just not officially. How about that?
Like to welcome Damian Betts here joining us. I think for the first time, Damian, thank you very much. Nice to have you. Butterscotch says Boise. Cuddy does not like the game. Scotch says UNLV has not been good to him. So, all right, Mindy, 5 games, 10 opinions.
Right.
Maybe we'll go 10-0 tomorrow. Verley's with me
in
this one. So, oh well, no big deal. We couldn't get anything together.
Well, it happens.
Just see a Steam play come through about 4 or 5 minutes ago. It's on the North Carolina State game. And Steam came in on the under 154.5 in that one. So that one could be headed down even further. So also some Steam came in on Niagara and Marist under 126.5. That Steam just reported here, about 5 minutes ago. So just tracking a little bit of Steam here for you.
Yeah.
All right. Going to get ready now and head on over to the National Hockey League.
That's where I was looking at, Greg.
We got some other plays. Yeah, here's take a look, Greg, there. I thought I saw some other.
That's exactly where I was looking.
Flash up. I saw some other games that we didn't cover here. So.
Oh, I didn't see any.
Okay. No.
Oh.
Okay. And Butterscotch asking about the Memphis and Houston game today. Houston going to be a big favorite against Memphis today. So, all right, let's go over to the NHL.
Latifa, I saw you in here earlier. Where's she at?
Ziggy's got his picks ready also. So let's get into this one. Just a 6-game card. We're going to be out of here quick. Mindy, today. How about it? How about St. Louis going up against the Senators in this one? And Senators a pretty big favorite here, minus $1.65, total 6.5, under 15.
Yeah, I mean, I might have some Jimbo's Diner and Keno in my future if we're done early. So hey, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we got the Blues and Senators. Blues are scoring 4.5 goals a game over their last 4. Senators here scoring 3 goals a game in the same span here, over as 4-1. Senators last 5 overall. Gonna take the over today in the Blues game, even though they disappointed us a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, you say that again. Ziggy says he's got the Senators here on the money line.
I
Oh,
like it.
you guys do, huh?
I do.
All right. Well, I'm going to take
I
St.
like the
Louis.
Blues on the puck line.
I'm taking St. Louis on the road in this
There you
one. Yes, I am. Here on Sunday, I'm going to take St. Louis. Latifa's on
There
Ottawa.
she goes.
I'm going with the dog today here. Yeah, Butterscotch says St. Louis has packed it in for the year. I'm taking them at this price, however, today at plus $1.50 now. I mean, it's come rolling in on the Senators today, but I'm gonna try to grab St. Louis as a dog.
Cool.
Predators and Wild. Wild here minus $1.90, 6 under 15.
Well, the Wild to me is a little expensive, so I think I'm going to take the Predators here on the puck line today. So they're coming off the 7-3 defeat of the Panthers in our 11-2-1 versus the Wild in the last 14. I think the Wild just might give up too many power play opportunities. I kind of talked about this on, Tony's game day picks. I kind of feel like that's where it was, even though that game didn't go in my way. But I think the Predators on the puck line get it done today.
Looks like everybody's on the Predators puck line here, but Butterscotch says he likes the under, and that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go under today. So Mindy takes Nashville here on the road against Minnesota, but I'm going to take the under in this one for me. Got Minnesota 12 and 21 to the under as a favorite this season, and Nashville 11 and 16 to the under as an underdog. So I'm going to take under 6 in this one.
Curtis is here. Good to see you, Curtis.
Yeah, he likes
I said Nashville 8-1-1 versus Minnesota.
Oh, but Ziggy says looking for the season series. Okay. Thank you to Max. Hello to Max also.
Must be off work still today. So people at work tomorrow? Isn't it a holiday tomorrow?
It is a holiday.
Wednesday? So hopefully we'll have lots of folks with us tomorrow.
We have here, it's the Oilers and the Avalanche. The Avalanche favored. No, I'm showing a pick'em now. I'm showing this game has dropped to a pick'em, and the total 6.5 over 30.
Well, I was going to look to the under 5-1-1 Avalanche last 7. Under is 4-1 Avalanche last 5 games, playing on no days rest as well. So yeah, gonna go under the total here, 6.5.
All right, Mindy chooses the under in this one between Edmonton and Colorado. You do have Colorado definitely a solid under this season. 14 and 20 to the under as a favorite. 3 and 7 to the under in their last 10. But Edmonton, we know that they're an over team. So I don't know. At 6.5, maybe that is the right way to go. I'm not going to take the total. I'm going to take Edmonton on the road here at a pick'em. Wow, against Colorado. Yeah, I'm going to take Edmonton here on the road in this one. What do you guys have in the chat? Gary's on Colorado. Ziggy says Oilers on the puck line. Minus 250.
Yeah.
So
I mean, sure, but yeah.
Butterscotch says Colorado in regulation for him. Max Newman gives us the season series stats, and Burley says he's rolling with the Avalanche. So looks like I'm not in tune with the chat today, or Mindy for that matter. We have 8 games and no consensus picks.
It happens.
Okay. No, I agree with you on several plays. I just saving some plays out there. Mindy might be on some of my premiums because of the slim pickings out there. Here's Tony with Colorado. Orlando says team total over for Edmonton. So me and him kind of on the same page there. Yeah. All right. Maple Leafs, even with their third string goalie here, 275 going up against lowly Blackhawks in this one. Steam came in on Toronto, and what could you say, Mindy, about this one, the biggest line on the board today?
Oh, well, I always have it in the back of my mind now about, the United Center that, stat's going to stick with me forever. But I like the under today, though, Ramon. I feel like the Maple Leafs have just been trending under. Just kind of, I feel like to me, being consistent, but getting by, right? Unders 5-1 Maple Leafs last 6 after scoring 5 or more goals the previous as well. 7-2 Blackhawks last 9 versus a team with a winning record here as well. I'm going to maybe buck that United Center trend and take the under today.
We've got our first premium consensus pick. I like the under here. Toronto probably should take care of business, even with this third string goalie in there. And I think they'll convincingly get the victory in a low scoring game on the road. What is it going to be? 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, maybe?
From like yesterday on price up.
Here's Gary with Toronto regulation, Tony Toronto puck line, Butterscotch Toronto puck line. I think Toronto puck line probably is good to go. It's only $1.23, so maybe it is. Maple Leafs have struggled in Chicago, but again, the Blackhawks are just, back to their. Well, they did beat Ottawa, but Latifah's on Toronto.
Like consistent, keeping it simple, doing what they need to do. Efficient, maybe.
All right, we got to play. The show's over. Okay. The Jets and the Devils here. And I'm showing the Devils are minus $1.20. Total 6/20.
So Latifa, who are we taking in this one? I'm guessing we're taking the Devils. That's where I'm going here. Both teams 2-1 over their last 3. Devils scoring 3.5 goals a game. Jets 2.5. Devils are 5-0 in their last 5 home games. And the favorite 20-8 all time in the last 28 meetings, taking the Devils.
Okay, we got 2 for 2 because that's Ziggy wants the under here. And Butterscotch says he wants the under here as well. It looks like, when you think of these two teams, you got to be thinking solid under city with Winnipeg, especially. Winnipeg's 7-15 to the under as an underdog. New Jersey's 11-14 to the under at home. Gary says he likes the Jets here. Latifah says, no question who she's on here. She's on the Devils. I'm on the Devils as well in this one. Gary's on the Jets, though. Ziggy likes the under. I'm on the Devils. Let's do it, Mindy. $1.30. I'm all $1.20. It's even better. Let's take the Devils for our second play.
Orlando.
Jets here. They play twice a year. Orlando's on the Jets. I get it. Jets might be, the Devils, for all their profit on the road, they've given some of it back at home. I'll tell you that for sure. But not a big favorite here. Burley on the Devils here.
All right, here we go, Ramon.
I hope Verley. I want to make sure I get it. I've said Verley the whole time, but he's such a regular. I want to make sure I get it right because it just looks like Verily, but I'm kind of running it together. So Verily, if you want to correct me, I have no problem with that. If you're one of those guys that just say whatever, kind of like I do, Raymond, Ramon, Ramen, whatever, I just go with it. But I do want to say your name correctly. I've been calling you Burley all this time for all these weeks and a couple months even. So I do want to get it right if you have any pronunciation guide there. Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
And, we do have our Devils expert saying this one is going over. Oh, that's interesting because, like I said, obviously these two teams under, but looks like the market's going under too, even at 6. Okay. One more here. What a show. Blue Jackets and Coyotes. The Coyotes are found as somebody they can beat. They're a favorite, and they might even be taking money. They're up to $1.20, although I did see it as high as $1.25, so it looks like it's just trying to find a settlement spot. $1.20, 6.5, under 20.
Yeah, I have this one modeled with like the slimmest of margins. This is the Jimmy Superfly Snuka from the top rope with the elbow. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm excited for it. But I do kind of think it's going to go under. I don't know if there's going to be, a ton of offense here in this one. It's one of these two teams that just struggle to score. But I feel like, they're sitting at 27th in goals for, 30th in goals for. They have some of the worst power play percentages out there. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to go under, even though I'm kind of rooting maybe for, a little bit of action in this game. I think it should be good.
Yeah, we found ourselves a 3-pack.
All right.
Mindy, Corenzo, hello. We're done. The show's there for you, of course, as always. And Latifa not liking this game at all.
I think some of the worst teams make some of the best games. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
And Max pointing out the Coyotes went to the backup there yesterday in the game against the Kings. So now, looking back on, you were talking in the Discord, and hey, everyone can join us in the Discord. Let's make sure we let me put the Discord in there so that anybody can come see Mindy's food spreads, her pets, her family.
Right.
That's what, let me put the Discord in here so you'll visit us. But I wanted to mention, because you were mentioning all the late games last night, Mindy, and the way the college basketball, it was such a long day. I actually have not graded. I don't even know what happened in the late game, so I guess I have something to look forward to here. Even Ramon took a little bit of a siesta last night.
I didn't realize, when we were doing the write-ups and stuff, I didn't realize there were so many, 9:00 games. I kept on waiting for hockey to start. So I did get to watch some the Kraken late in the day. My sister didn't go home till the wee hours in the morning. So we had a good time though. It was fun. We have lots of leftovers.
Board games?
No, we just watched games and chat and eat and all that kind of fun stuff.
Well, saw the pizza.
Creighton, then we got to watch our favorites out there.
I agree with you, Minnie. Let's take the under in this one. Arizona's 3-7 of the under into their last 10 games, and Columbus is 10-13 of the under on the road. So let's go ahead and go under in this one.
I feel like Scotch has zero faith in this game. He's saying, "Oh, it's trash. No one's even gonna show. It's gonna be amazing."
Hey, Arizona, it's been a long season, but they're favored here. So, all right. Latifa, face turquoise covering eyes.
It's like this.
No, I never get to.
I know you don't get all the good ones. The hands covering the eyes.
Yeah. Now I've got hand orange covering eyes. Why didn't you give me Latifa's best
emojis? Yeah. Oh yeah, put up our few picks right away.
Yeah, we got 3. My bad. I don't know. I agree with some of Mindy's picks, but I want to give you some other solid picks. What I feel are like good picks. So Latifa's upset that I always can't put her cool emojis on screen.
I know.
50% of them show up, Latifa. I don't know why. It's something in the software that we use, though it's not you. Anything you can do. But I think it's something in the software. I'm going to talk to those guys. They have every Sunday night at 6 p.m. They have a StreamYard YouTube session, and I'm going to go on there tonight. Since if I have nothing to do in my boring life, I'm going to go on a StreamYard where the 2 creators of the program, they actually come on like field questions from their users. I'm going to go on there and I'm going to say, how come I can't get all the emojis? And I'll get back to you guys on that. Maybe you could even watch it tonight at the stream. You just search the StreamYard Town Hall. I'm going to go into the StreamYard Town Hall and ask them why I can't get all the emojis.
Yeah.
Burley, good to see you. There are the picks for the Maple Leafs under, Devils money line, Blue Jackets under, 3-0. So I know Latifa, they can, and I can see it too. I can see it on my YouTube when I watch it. It's just the way it comes up in the for example, there it is. Look at this one. Body blue raised arms, body blue raised arms, body blue raised arms, body blue raised arms. I know what that went right. It's the so, but some of them do come in.
Mickey, come here.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, everybody. Mindy, thank you. Go on over to our website, tonyspicks.com, and there we have our premium picks. These are our best picks every day. These are our second best picks that we're giving you right now. We'd like to tell you they're our best, but we got to be on it. We do put our best picks up for people who subscribe to our packages. I guess in a way these are. Is that you?
Dogs are bad. They're bad.
Am I watching a horror movie here?
Right? She's mad at the other dogs. Their fight's gonna break out.
Boy.
It's okay, Whitney. It's okay. All right, I'll put her down. Oh, there they go. All right.
DJ's heading out to a holiday parade, it sounds like. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, Mardi Gras, he said. I kind of forget about
a Mardi Gras parade. It's only the 19th. Well, I guess it is season, Mardi Gras season, right? So
yeah, a couple days, right? I think. I don't know. Something like that.
Any way to find a little way to celebrate. Thank you, Latifah. Thank you, everybody. You guys are welcome to leave us. We're just talking about Tony'sPicks.com, where you find our premium picks and take a look at Mindy's numbers right there. We also have, these picks are available on the morning steam. Maybe it's not totally getting your money's worth today, but think of the days when we have 12, 15 picks, whatever, and this is a slow card. So thank you, TJ. He gives us Cleveland State today. Are they in?
Yeah.
Action against the Norse of Northern Kentucky. All right,
cool.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Yep. Click on the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice. Get signed up. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Saves. I know Mindy and I are picking up a little bit since we've been having good success. So if any of them are you folks, we appreciate you very much. Again, you can click on Mindy right there at the top of the algorithm today. Look, she has, and you can subscribe to her premium pick packages on Sunday. NHL, NCAA 3-pack, Mindy. Also a guaranteed best bet in college ball and NHL.
Correct. So only 3 plays for me today. So kind of light. So hey, looking for 3 winners.
There you go. There you go. Butterscotch says, don't even watch the All-Star game. I don't know. I mean, the NBA, well, the one thing about the NHL, the NBA, I mean, they've got dunks and they throw the alley-oop, right? And so I don't know if it's necessarily all about the win and losing in this All-Star. They can make some plays. I thought the Jose Alvarado thing yesterday was really, he was talking while he was mic'd up, and they threw that great no-look backdoor bounce pass to him, and that was awesome. So I thought that was actually 2 nights ago. I talked about that yesterday. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm so excited. You guys are hanging around. I'm trying to think of something to give out here. Let's see. So we already had someone give out the DC Defenders in that game. So how about in the early game? I'm going to give out St. Louis and San Antonio under 36, I believe is the number here for my XFL play.
I'm writing it down.
Under 36 in St. Louis and San Antonio today. From what I've read, the defenses are okay. The scoring, we saw both go high yesterday. So we'll see what happens today. I'll go under in this one with these 2 teams. So, all right. Latifah will be watching NHL. Latifah's off work. Yay. Mindy said she traveled out here to the West Coast. Awesome. Is that true? Great. And see everyone there. Probably some wrestling tonight or whatever. So, well, I don't know. I feel bad. We're just leaving you hanging with only a few picks. 60 of you in here. Appreciate everybody. All right, Mindy. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll
All right. Take care,
it up
everyone.
we know NBA. We're going to be off for a while. So crazy. LeBron can just dictate everything. Give us a week off. No big deal.
All right, everyone. Have a
Mindy
good day.
Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.